bro thought he was untouchable, had the whole neighborhood fooled, the whole block, the whole town. Showed up to the vigil for his own victim, hugged the family, cried real tears, told everyone he was gonna find out who did it. Spoiler alert. It was him. It was always him. And the one thing that took this dude down wasn't some genius, detective, or fancy forensic lab. It was a gas station receipt, dated, time-stamped, 43 miles from where he said he was. His name was Darnell Purcell, 29 years old, Atlanta, Georgia. Everybody called him D. Smooth Talker. Part-time mechanic, full-time liar. And what he did to his best friend of 12 years is the kind of story that makes you rethink everyone you trust. Atlanta, Georgia, summer 2020. Right in the middle of a pandemic. City locked down. Everybody stressed. Money tight across the board. Marcus Webb was 31, worked 2 jobs, drove Uber nights, stocked shelves at a warehouse days, sending money home to his mama in Savannah every single month without fail. Marcus and Darnell had been boys since middle school, grew up on the same street, same lunch table, same everything. But somewhere between then and now, Darnell had gotten himself into some serious financial trouble. We're talking $60,000 in debt to people you do not want to owe money to. And Marcus, hardworking, trust everybody, never say no Marcus, had just come into $80,000, an inheritance from his grandmother. He told Darnell about it over the phone the same day he found out. That phone call was the biggest mistake of his life, because Darnell heard $80,000 and stopped being Marcus's friend that exact second. Marcus Webb was reported missing on July 14th, didn't show up for either job, didn't call his mama, phone going straight to voicemail. His mama called Darnell first because Darnell was his best friend. Darnell told her he hadn't seen Marcus in a few days. Sounded real concerned, said he'd ask around. He organized the search party himself, made the flyers, posted on social media, showed up at the police station demanding answers, kept that energy going for 3 straight weeks. Meanwhile, Marcus's bank account showed a single transaction. July 13th, 11:47 p.m. A cash withdrawal of $78,000 from a branch ATM in downtown Atlanta. The ATM camera captured the transaction clearly. Marcus was not the one making the withdrawal. The figure at that ATM was wearing a hoodie and a cap pulled low. But the hands were visible. And on the left hand, a very specific tattoo. A clock face with no hands, covering the entire back of the hand. Investigators knew exactly whose tattoo that was. When detectives brought Darnell in, he was smooth, no cap. This dude was genuinely impressive under pressure. Said he was home all night July 13th. Had witnesses, 2 guys from the neighborhood who confirmed it immediately. Both witnesses were later charged with obstruction. But here is where Darnell slipped up. When Detective Alicia Reeves asked him casually, "When's the last time you put gas in your car?" Darnell said he hadn't driven in 4 days. Car was acting up. Been using Ubers. Detective Reeves nodded, wrote it down. Then she slid a piece of paper across the table. A gas station receipt. Shell station. July 13th, 11:14 p.m. 33 minutes before that ATM withdrawal. 43 miles from where Darnell claimed he was sitting at home. His card, his name, his signature on the receipt. The look on Darnell's face was the first genuine expression he'd shown since walking into that room. Pure, unfiltered panic. Marcus Webb's body was found 6 days later in a storage unit. Darnell had rented under a fake name 2 weeks before the murder. Cause of death, blunt force trauma. The $78,000 was never fully recovered. Investigators believe the majority went directly to Darnell's debts. He murdered his best friend of 12 years and spent 3 weeks fake crying at candlelight vigils while Marcus's mama passed out flyers. The trial lasted 7 days. The ATM footage, the gas station receipt, the tattoo, cell tower data placing, Darnell's phone at the storage unit on the night Marcus died, and the testimony of Marcus's mother, who looked Darnell directly in the eyes from the stand and said, "He called me every day asking if we had any updates, every single day, looking me in my face." The jury deliberated for 90 minutes. Guilty, grand theft. Guilty, tampering with evidence. Darnell Purcell was sentenced to life without parole. As the verdict was read, he finally dropped the act, broke down completely, but nobody in that courtroom had a single tear for him. Marcus Webb worked 2 jobs, sent money home to his mama every month, never said no to anyone who needed him. He trusted his best friend with the best news of his life, and that trust got him killed. Detective Alicia Reeves said something after the trial that stuck with everyone in that courtroom. The receipt wasn't even the most damning thing. The most damning thing was that he made those flyers himself. He stood at that vigil. He called that mama every day. That level of cold, you can't fake that in an interrogation room. It shows up eventually. And it did. The gas station receipt is framed on Detective Reeves' desk to this day. Reminder that the smallest details break the biggest liars. Play stupid games. Win stupid prizes. R.I.P. Marcus. Subscribe for more true crime disturbing story of USA every week.